Hey Aquarius, how's it going? It is 1:29 as of now. It is October 14th, free day, Friday, right? Also known as Friday. Let's see what we got coming through. Hopefully you're doing well. And anything that comes through in message, take what is most heightened to you. That is your message. Anything other, let it go, let it flow. Don't apply it where it doesn't fit in your life, right? And these could be past energies, present, like current energies, or energies to come, right? You have to be the best discernment, your own judge. We're each our own judge, right? I have a lot of leaves going around. Oh, I didn't even get into this deck. Excuse me. I didn't even get into this deck. Let's see, what do we have for Aquarius, please? Air frequency, star frequency, healer, healing frequency. It's also known as, right? Not that others aren't, but you know, more so for Aquarius. Okay, what do we have for Aquarius, guys? This is an insight, please. And we're in the Gemini moon cycle. Landing gibbous moon cycle. Let's see, Gemini, like a Libra season. Come on, okay. Okay, coming through we have the Chariot and the Magician coming to play. The Chariot and Magician. Okay, I'm to leave that. I'm seeing the Four of Cups, the bottom of the deck, and this is the Celestial Tarot card deck. Let's see, what do we have for Aquarius, please? Clear be the energy. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have the Emperor following. The Five of Wands, although that's in reverse. To the Page of Swords. It's coming through is actually like a lot of individuals that were, I keep like my skin, excuse me, I keep getting my skin. A lot of individuals that were conflicted, whether there was just not, yes, mentally, right, confliction, because it was information that was interfering. It was to be of topic, right? And although it wasn't of topic, and it's slowly but surely of topic, right? And that's movement, whether people realize that or not, that's movement. And it's like, so when we're making movement, even if it's as difficult as it is, right, it can be, it's necessary, because this confliction energy is in reverse, and it's having to, it's like I'm seeing like a tangle, like in a wire, right? It's having to like untangle that, right? And it's actually at times it's conflicting, like, oh, it's so small, or just like irritating, or just like there's this tightness within that wire, right? And it has to be cleared out, loosened up. And that takes time, that takes patience, that takes concentration, right? Diligency. You have to be diligent. All involved have to take action within their position as it is required of us within system, processes, right? Programs, which also is a system. The Magician, and it takes more than just a read or a review. It takes more than that. We are to connect, yes, in the spiritual, physical aspect, yes, but the spiritual also, how, like, put ourselves within this from a spiritual point of view, right? All involved. And to focus on that, clear be the energy. Focus on that and commit to that. And what are the, within those commitments, that is most important. That is vital at its highest. What is required or expected of, right? It should be no blockage. Two of Swords, that's in reverse. No blockage. It should be opportunities, right? Options are optional. We talked about that yesterday in Capricorn read. What more, please? Thank you. What more? Thank you. Clear be the energy. 1, 2, 3. Clear be. Okay, we have the death energy, the Cancer energy, the Ten of Wands energy, to the Hangman energy, although it's in reverse. So in reverse, this dude or female chick, right? Their stance is as such, their legs crossed and their arm crossed, and with intent to focus, right? To concentrate, to get involved, invest, to see, and that involvement needs everybody's input, right? And to hold their weight. Everybody needs to hold their own weight. No one should be overdoing a position, especially if they're not getting paid for it. Especially if there claims that that's not, you can't do more. Like, for example, in the work field, there's a newcomer, and the newcomer they know what's up, he or she, right? It's a figure, and they're doing all that they do within their position, but there's more that they're doing because the others within their positions are not cutting the slack, right? And I almost like my side of my mouth. They're not cutting the slack. They're not picking up, right? And they want that to be like because I almost bit my tongue too. They want no one to speak on that within the work field, although it's highly necessary. They always want to put shit on hush hush. Then there's no room for hush hush, okay? And that's the thing. So then you're expected to do only within your position, but if you're having to do all within other positions, although they're saying, in other words, you're not qualified because you're a newcomer. Well, you know what this newcomer even is doing, picking up other positions and showing that it is possible. So it needs to be accounted for and respected and appreciated for all newcomers. And not just the newcomers, the ones that were already there that are having to deal with this impact or lack of investment from others, right? Because it looks bad on managers or previous managers, right? Because it's as if they weren't keeping up to their position, but it's not that. Everyone has to keep up with their position for a proper flow and carry their own weight. Yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. Well, more clearly the energy. 1, 2, 3. It is 1:36 as of now. Okay. Clear B. 1, 2, 3. Clear B. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then we have the Eight of Swords to the Ace of Cups, although that's in reverse, as in pouring that fluid in, that life in, right? From what is not addressed, what is not expressed, what is not acknowledged to its fullest. It's as if select individuals were given some information only, as if they were more than to have that information. Because if they were, they would have took action for improvement within that information, although it wasn't the case. We have Nine of Swords, although that's in reverse. So this figure is on their bed, just thinking, overthinking, right? Although it's in reverse, so it's not even, there's no need to overthink, no need to overanalyze. It is what it is. It was evident, it's shown for, it's accounted for. What now? How do we improve from here forward? And it's often where a lot of individuals want to discredit certain individuals or deny certain individuals' investments or their inputs regarding them as an individual, as a professional, right? Male or female. A lot of individuals want to deny this individual for their worth, their quality that they bring to the table. And they want to even ban that individual at points, right? And then that comes with the pride because they know they're at fault and they're guilty and they don't know how to address and admit that. And they don't know how to have accountability at broad scale because they know what they've been doing at broad scale. So they're guilty. It's a shameful feeling. And that's where they're stagnant. They're keeping remaining in that stagnant energy because they're in a fixed energy. They're not expanding their horizons by opening up their mind and taking action by acknowledging and in order to move forward. That's a barrier for many. And then we have the Just Is, which is just ice judgment. At the same time, it's having to, it often comes off as just ice even, right? Justice, because judgment can be seen cold-hearted, but at the same time, and because it is, but at the same time, it's like the system and operators within the system and just in general are moving in this cold-hearted energy. So what are other people doing? They're adapting to that behavior pattern, to that energy that's being out within system, legal system, laws, family dynamics, work field, right? It's just the overall in the school systems. That's what's going on. So there's this cold-hearted play energy going on. So then there's this view, right? Just view. But it's a code from a code aspect, excuse me. From a code aspect. So that's that learned behavior. Well, other individuals move like this, clear B, so I have to move like that, right? 1, 2, 3, clear B, 1, 2, 3. Okay? What do we have in surrounding this, that one, and this one, and this one? So we have this 8 of Cups, although it's in reverse. So where you're not having to walk away, they had already walked away. It's the energy where it's having to backtrack to reanalyze where there was the error or misjudgment or hardship placed upon another or lack of support. It's like I'm getting the energy when like there's a group of individuals, right? They're all investing in a project. And then it's going well, right? This is like this big expansion to be, right? They're all taking accountability. They're all claiming of their investments. They're all showing everything accounted for that, right? Of their involvement. And then when the shit hits the fan, when a mishap happens, like that's major, that main one who was acknowledged, right? That presenter, the one they let the face be known from the business, right? The corporation. It's like all others were just, where were they at then? At the one individual was at fault. Probably 2 of them were at fault for all the involvement. But what happened to the whole that was clinging to cups, right? Clink, clink, drink, drink. They're all celebrating, right? But what about the time of despair? Where was that? Where were they? That's what we need to put an account for too. Because then we have this 4 of Swords energy. Having to hold back inputs of verbal expressions and knowledge because there are others that are going against the knowledge that is present. There's others going against the present knowledge, the present and a willingness to invest. So it's focusing at a viewpoint, focusing at an emotional point, focusing at a spiritual point. Focusing on it all, praying and staying connected to source. And for each that will differ sources of life to self and others of involvement. It should be nothing less than or nothing more than that. Then we have the Knight of Cups and having to get that emotional state at a proper flow for investment, and not just that, for acceptance of investment. Because there was disturbance, and the 10 of Swords with the Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, disturbance regarding currency, and so I'm getting where the individuals were being praised for currency that's there's no room for praise. I'm hearing appraisal. It's appraisal, so there's like appraisal going on. We have the Queen of Pentacles, although it's in reverse, and the 6 of Cups in reverse also showing through, and the Queen of Swords. So where you're having to clean up other investments, involvements, that's not the case, because you're only doing your part, and it's best just to do your part, and everyone has to be accounted for within theirs. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups upright within their investment or lack of. So moving forward, and that starts with communication. And having to communicate in a healthy manner as best as possible. And being open to express that and open to feedback. In order to align the scales. It is 143 as of now. Okay, let's see. Clear B the energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, clear B. Let me open my window real quick, excuse me. 144. What do we have for Aquarius? Please clear B the energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, clear B. Guidance and assistance and insight for Aquarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, clear B. Clear B. 1, 2, 3. What do we have for Aquarius? Please, guidance and assistance inside Aquarius. Aquarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 coins. We have the Sun energy coming to play first, Chariot and Magician. And it's going to be of light. It is going to bring light if stepping in these energies to balance the juggle, to exchange. We have the Nine of Wands, where that the barriers infringing laws and actions that were in place that were not of benefit for all involved, where individuals have to walk away and having to walk away from those type of behavior patterns, laws, expectations. We have the Six of Swords, yeah, the Five of Cups, okay, to the Hangman energy, being having to illuminate the situation and eliminate all false information, all disinformation, all misinformation, and misinterpretation. Okay, clear beauty energy. What do we have for Aquarius and cross watchers, collective, whomever is viewing? Hi. Right, hi. Stay high, be up high. High in thinking and emotions and connections, right? And collaborations. Also, I don't say like have a good week or have a good weekend. Like that's to weaken someone to be less than, right? Like what do people do within the work field after they're working, they're investing, right? And then at the end of the week, you know, they are less in energy, right, so to speak, because they had invested so much, right? They were putting a lot of time and effort into that, but not that they're less than, but in a sense, right? And it's to be strengthened, like strengthen the days, right? Strengthen the nights. Like we are to feel accomplished, so we need to be very mindful of our words, our input and our output, right? And our thinking process and our verbal expression, because it's to be strengthened. We should be feeling equipped more so because of all that we accomplished within the week, and also week, right? But also towards that. That's sort of how it's known, week and weekend. But I like to say strength and strength in towards the Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, strength and strengthen. That's just me. I shared that with my teacher yesterday. Well, a sub teacher, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna adopt that." I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." Let's see, clear breathing energy. 1, 2, 3. So be strengthened Monday through Friday. Well, Saturday through Sunday. Be strength Monday through Friday. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups on top of the Ace of Cups, which just came out, right? Be strength and strengthen. Okay, let's see. So really pretty much when people be like, oh, even God, they be like, God bless. I'm like, God be more. You know, Goddess be more. And they're like, no, to be less. I'm like, no, like not. You're gonna be less a God, you know, like no, we're to be more. Okay, what more? Queen of Swords, and one more, please. Thank you. Okay, well, I've seen this one, but we'll get a peek at this one. The Temperance and the Death energy. Okay, this Death energy did come out first, but the Temperance I seen it first, right? So let's see. We're gonna switch the roles for a sec. Okay, then we have the Hangman energy upright, to the Queen of Cups, to the Queen of Swords. And mind you, these queens are at odds because their backs are in opposite, you know, their backs are to back, right? Regarding information, expression, or even ideology. And this individual, the Queen, water frequency, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer is focused on the illumination, how to become illuminated. Scorpio, Pisces, can see here, right? Regarding information provided. And often individuals grasp information and then want to dish out as their own, which I often have to deal with within school, and not just school, but in general over the years. Had a lot of toms, right? Peeping toms, watching my line, my phone, and dishing it out as their own, where they're getting the cred, although the cred is not due to them, right? So yeah, mindfulness of that. Always make sure that you're having everything accounted for within your own documents, not the documents that are provided from a system, right? Because then at that point they have it set up in such infringement to how do I say, like hinder someone, which is of your own work and doings, right? Because they want to have a grasp on that energy, that currency, that investment, you. Okay. Also, I have here, let me finish this, Spirit. Clear being. So yeah, the backs are turned to each other. So they're trying to come in at an emotional standpoint from information that's provided. Although, are they acknowledging the individual and the information as a whole? That is to be an account for. And then this individual verbal expression is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. We are here for you, Aquarius, for us. And this could also be emotional standpoint too. So having to get your emotional standpoint and your mental in tune with one another, for cycles, for intent, for better cycles. Because they're having put it into past that were not of benefit, that weren't a benefit. So having to walk away from past cycles, right? Having to be illuminate yourself far enough that way you can see from a light aspect, a light perspective, towards a proper flow. Okay. Also, we have speaking more of a emotional and monotone point of view. So because it's like if you're so very straightforward and not all are accustomed to that. It's to feel like not all are equipped to keep, like, to intake realness at its bluntness, right? Because it's not what's normal to many. They're usually doing low blows, right? It's 151. They're usually doing low blows where they speak only certain words of topic, but they're not expressing that full what they're feeling. And although the other individual of intake is feeling what they don't say even, right? And that's where it's always like having to overjudge, overanalyze, trying to discern, right? It shouldn't be like that. Speak on it in best possible and respectable manner as best possible, right? Within your ability. Because to me, that's most respected. And I'm an Aquarius rising. That's most respected from me. From others too. Like I respect others more when they come at me like that. And not all respect me because how I come in honesty, in all honesty. And I mean no disrespect, but that's their perception, right? Their perception. Okay, so yeah, that's that. And the world, focus on the cycles. Okay, so I have vibes showing through in my deck. In your darkest hours, it says they were lit. Okay, in your darkest hours, they were lit. Mindfulness, accountability is key. Shift in the energies. Your entity is of interest. They care less what skin tone you be. Yeah, and the outer appearance is not what is most accounted for. It is what is you bring to the table, or how do you spin on the table, right? And I've been spinning for a long time. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Clear B. What do we have in the Sacred Self-Care deck for Aquarius? Aquarius, and 2. I'm gonna get into your Sunday through free days. No, it's Sunday through Saturday. Excuse me. Later or tomorrow, possibly. And then that's how I'm gonna do the rest of the readings. This month, the rest of this month. Okay. What more? Oh, like, it's a little butterfly. Is it that same one from yesterday? I wonder. I seen a beautiful butterfly earlier. Thank you, Spirit. I seen a beautiful butterfly earlier, just a while ago, before I began the reading. I was eating, and it was a big yellow and brown butterfly. The name I can't recall. I looked it up, but yeah, it was really beautiful. We have aromatherapy 3. One more for Aquarius, please. Clear by the energy. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, let me turn off this vent. I just realized it was on. Okay, and then the AC. The AC comes on. Real good. As my mom says, real good. Okay, what more? What more for Aquarius, please? Clear by the energy. 2 more. Yes, that's what I needed. Okay, then we have build strength 6. So this is 3, 6, and 32. Make a meal 5. Build strength. Change the eating habits. So eating more healthy, eating more light, even, or less than, right? Or if you're eating less than, eating more, right? Making sure your intake is of a balance. It is on the temperance and the just energy. Also, though, it's on the Queen of Swords, so having to remove certain selective ingredients, right? Being mindful of the ingredients, even like the fluids that you intake, because I speak for that on myself too, because a lot of drinks, like my skin gets irritated. I'm very sensitive. The drinks be good, but there's some ingredients that are not good, and at that, a lot of products have like Cajun and paprika, and a lot lately, like with this year, like last year to this year, and I don't even eat those items. I'm allergic to those items, and they've been adding it on everything. So what's best to get your own product out there, start creating your own dish, right, and getting your line out there of your own product, of your ingredients that are preferred, because often even they put spices, like even the pizza joints, they have all the ingredients and then they have spices, but they don't specify what spices is, and they can't when you call them, because I noticed that because I had to call them and see what's up, but they can't even say that. They can't provide you with that kind of information, although they're selling the product, right, which is questionable. Build strength 6. Yeah, I'm being kind and loving to your body, right? Generous to your body, giving it time to rest when needed, exercise, meditate, stretch, right? You could go to a gym. You don't have to. You could create the gym in your garage, backyard, bedroom, front yard, wherever, right? Living room, right? You could create your gym. And aromatherapy, being very mindful of the senses that you're detecting, right? Not just like a scent, like a smell scent, but also the alerts, right, of your intuition, your gut, right? Aromatherapy 3. And staying connected to source and prayer and meditation. Okay, 2 more, please. 1, 2, 3, clear B. 1, 2, 3, clear B. 1, 2, 3, clear B. Okay. Yeah, I was saying, I just seen the burning bowl ritual. So a 7, burning away, like disconnect. I'm getting detached from past accustomed thoughts, teachings, expectations, or whatnot, right? Burning away that, and any thoughts of concern, write it down and burn it up, tear it up, however. But yeah, we have 55 write a gratitude list, and that's how you're going to be better able to appreciate like you and your accomplishment, right? And then making room, so getting rid of items that are not being used and that could be used from others, like it's in good condition, usable condition, mint condition, then yeah, donate it, give it out or whatnot. To those, I would say give it out to those like within yourself, like hand to hand, because a lot of businesses, they're benefiting off of others when they don't deserve it. Okay, we have 45 sing. 9, Virgo energy, Pisces, Aries energy, Libra energy, Taurus energy, Gemini energy, and Cancer energy. Yeah, like I was saying, getting rest as you see fit, and you're going to be receiving dreams. You're going to be illuminated, receiving dreams, information. Not even that, I'm getting like where you're just sitting back and you're just relaxing, chilling out, right? You're going to be getting like, it's going to be like all this information that over time that you were looking into, that's just going to be coming to memory. And possibly for some individuals are going to be reaching out to you regarding some information, like they want to connect to you regarding something they want to share with you, right? I'm getting old friends, or not even that. It's just, it could just be someone of interest. Yeah. Okay. We have Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacles. Oh, this video is going. I didn't realize. Believe in yourself, Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself, Squirrel. Okay. Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture, 29, 11. That's 5 and 12. Yeah, so changing the way the processes is like the portals, how do people excel, right? How are they supported by what and who? And why? Like, what is a deep in-depth intention of that? And 12 within their drive, right? We have Butterfly Spirit, transformation is beautiful, 11. And 55, Snake Spirit, time to heal, right? To rise up within the healing, right? On the heel, right? The peak of the heel. Rise up. It is 2 o'clock on the dot. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. Take care. Life you up. Hopefully, somewhere's in here, shape or form, it's beneficial. Like, comment, subscribe, whatnot. If you haven't already subscribed, right? Go ahead.